All right, so what's up? What's up? All right, so what I want to do now is I want to go back and I want to go over the Lakers versus the Nuggets series. Not the entire thing, but I want to make some key points, right? Because you should know about now. I'm a Russell Westbrook guy, right? I'm a fan of Westbrook. Been rocking with him since OKC, and I wanna make some key points really quick, right? About the entire series that I noticed, right? Remember, if you listen to my theory and breakdown of what happened when it came down to Boston and Heat, the biggest difference is the Heat are not better than the Celtics. The Celtics can win. The difference between that and the Nuggets and the Lakers series, Lakers are not good. Lakers cannot they can't beat them. When I made my first proclamation on the podcast, I said very clearly the Lakers may get swept. I said that from the get go. So they're gonna win the first three games, and then LeBron is going to, stop himself from being embarrassed and get a game. Is what I said. So he tried to stop it, but he wasn't powerful enough, right? What are some things that we can attribute to that? Why did they not have a good enough team, right? You can point to a couple guys that didn't help them. We can go to AD. One of the biggest things that I see people going at right now when it comes to blame, one of the biggest ones I see is D'Angelo Russell and Vanderbilt. Like those guys really didn't have that much impact, right? And see, why is it that we can we can say that these guys didn't have impact, but we can't tell the whole truth? Can't tell the whole truth. So let me just rewind for a second, right? Because I'm gonna bring this part up of what I mean by we can't tell the whole truth, right? I wanna give some kudos to the Nuggets, right? Before I even go in on my little soliloquy, Jokic. I keep telling everybody, Jokic might end up being in the running for the best player in the league. Best player. I'm talking about better than Jokic, better than everybody. The stuff that he is doing right now, I'm telling you right now, go find me somebody who's doing it. The only person I can think of that was close to this was LeBron when he was in the Cleveland Cavaliers before he got a super team, where he was doing everything. I mean, rebounds, assists, points. I mean, he's literally the point guard at sometimes. Now, of course, you do have Murray. Murray is going off. No shine away from Murray. But I'm saying you cannot stop Jokic. You can't. There's no way to stop him. When the last time we had a big man that could just, that was just that much of a force of a nature, other than maybe like a Shaq. It's been a while. So I'm starting to feel like, and I said this before, and everybody's been shitting on me about it. But I want to keep saying it. I want to say it with my chest. If the Nuggets win this championship this year, and Jokic is dominating again in this next series against the Heat or the Celtics, right? I feel like we gotta give this man his respect. Let him be the best player in the league, period, until Giannis takes it back. Because if Giannis doesn't accomplish anything next year, why would we just, what I'm saying? Like, why would we just hold that from him? So I want to get to this main point, right, that I have. It's the belief that if LeBron didn't throw Russell Westbrook under the bus, they could have won this series. Or at least could have won maybe a game or two, right? At the very least. So, what I want to bring up is the trade. He got traded for D. Russ and Vanderbilt, right? I went and did some research for you guys, right? This previous playoff series, I went and found Russell Westbrook's last playoff series when he was with the Clippers, and I went and got their last stats. Now, if you remember, Russell Westbrook had a 5-game run against the Suns. So I didn't get all 5 games. I just got 4 games. If I had got 5 games, it would have been, the numbers would have been just too much. So I got 4 against 4. I'm gonna read them to you. I'm gonna show you as well. There's something that should pop across the screen as I'm reading this to you. Something that you can look at, right? I mean, I really did my homework on this one. So what we got? Last 4 game stats. We got D. Russ. D. Russ has got 25 points, 8 rebounds, 14 assists, 2 blocks, 1 steal. This is across the entire that last series that they played just now when they got beat. Vanderbilt, 6 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. This is across the whole 4 games. Whole 4 games. Now, Russell Westbrook, across that whole 4-game stretch, not including game 5, 104 points, 29 rebounds, 29 assists, 4 steals, 7 blocks. Not only has he probably tripled their numbers in every statistical category, he's even got more blocks than them, got more steals than them, than 2 people that you traded for. So, how can we sit here and say that they weren't going to get that far with Westbrook when he's showing me it's different when the playoffs start? It's different when the playoffs start. Everybody was shitting on Russell Westbrook the whole time, but see, Russell Westbrook in the playoffs is a different player. It's just like Jimmy Butler. How can we sit here and give Jimmy Butler all of this praise when Jimmy Butler's garbage in the regular season, just like Russell Westbrook is? But in the playoffs, you're gonna get maximum effort. And what is the playoffs really about? Maximum effort. Keep going even though you're losing, right? This is why a long time ago I said, why are we not putting the blame on LeBron? Because he's the reason why Russ played the way he did. You see, a lot of y'all were asking, how is Russ playing this much better? He's playing this much better on the Clippers because people believe in him now. They're telling him that they believe in him. If you saw what LeBron was doing, LeBron wasn't sitting with him. LeBron was having his media people put the message out that they were trying to trade him every turn they can get. Why would I want to play with that team? Why would I want to play with LeBron if everywhere I turn I hear that I'm being traded? You see what I'm saying? So I want to also give you this crazy numbers real quick, right? This right here should seal the deal for anything. And look, I understand in the comments you don't come for me. You're gonna say, "Oh, that doesn't count." I don't give a shit. I'm telling you right now. In my world, I'm going with the last 2 series of both of them. That's what I'm going off of. It just happened. We just had Russell Westbrook's last series, and we just had D. Russ and Vanderbilt's last series. So that's what I went off of. You give me something that's more up to date in what just happened. It was both in playoffs. I'm not giving you regular season stats, right? So, and both of them lost both of these. Russell Westbrook lost in this one, and these 2 lost in that one. So I'm giving you both from a loss standpoint, right? So in that first game, let me see. In game 1, they lost by 6. Let me see. Game 1, they lost by 6. If we're being fair, if I switch those guys, Russell Westbrook had 9 points, so he would have had 1 more point than them total. So they would have lost by 5. But here's the difference. Westbrook had 3 blocks. Okay, take it with what you will. And he had 8 assists. They only had 4 assists total, those 2. So what does that mean? So I'm trying to break it down for y'all. That means that would have been an extra minimum 8 points They win that game. That's it. Say what you want. All right? Let's go to game 2. Game 2, they lost by 5. Total, they had 14 points. Westbrook had 28 points in his game 2. I'm just flip-flopping. I'm saying if you had him on the team, he was still doing what he needed to do, and you guys believed in him. You didn't just throw him under the bus like you were. They would have won by probably 10-15. Second game, right? Third game, they lost by 9. Russ and Vanderbilt have 5 points total. Russell Westbrook had 30 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists, 1 block, 3 steals. They would have obliterated the Nuggets. But no, they wanted to get Russ out of here. Everybody wanted to shit on Russ. Game 4, they lost by 2. They barely lost. You know how much Westbrook had in game 4 with the Clippers versus the Suns? 37 points. D'Angelo Russell had 4 points. 37 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 block, 1 steal. So I bring this up to say, why are we not like blaming other people other than Russell Westbrook? If he's giving you these stats, this is the whole thought process I've been having with the Heat lately. Is something wrong with this guy, or is there something wrong with how we're putting this stuff together? Because the whole season, everybody talk about Russ can't make a 3-point shot, blah 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 blah. He's making bad decisions, but he's going in on the playoffs because he got a team that believes him. Why can't we not focus on that part versus, oh, well, he did this? No, I just saw what he just did, and I'm seeing what the people who you just traded for him did, and that shit look like garbage. So somebody's going to have to explain this to me, because the way it looks right now is if you guys had Russell Westbrook on your team playing in the playoffs, you guys would be in the finals right now with a sweep. So somebody's got to get me to understand this in the comments. Like, please figure out a way that actually makes sense to explain to me, like, how this was supposed to happen. Because you can't look at this graphic right here and tell me, yeah, that was a good idea. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. You can say, oh, but they won the previous. Yeah, but I'm going off of the last one. I don't care the winning joint. Doesn't matter. Does not matter. Because if I want to do that, I could probably bring in Westbrook's game 5 and then compare them to any one of their playoff their playoff games that they played, and he'll probably still beat them in numbers. Still. So somebody explain it to me. It was just something else on my mind. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, like, yo, I didn't realize these guys had these lower numbers, and this is what y'all traded him for. Remember, y'all still had Reeves. Still had him. You had Reeves with Westbrook. Come on, man. Like, at some time, we gotta tell the truth, bro. Everybody be just saying it was Westbrook's fault. He leave, and this what you get. You get trash out of them. Come on, fam. Can we not just tell the truth about this? So that's all I got. It was just sitting on my spirit, and you know I'm a Russell Westbrook guy, so I'm like, I gotta just put it out there. But to me, the Lakers lost because their team just wasn't good enough. Because you literally sent a player that was better than the players that you got away. All you had to do was don't do this weird snaky shit where you're trying to get the guy traded. You got him sent out when all you had to do was believe in him, and you guys could have made it to the finals. It's crazy when you think about that. That one player that stayed, y'all could have made another trade that would have helped out, maybe get more in depth, and just like LeBron, just believe in them. Stop trying to send them out. You're the one that wanted them there. Come on, man. It's crazy. So anyway, that's all I got, man. It sucks because now LeBron is talking about he's gonna leave. I don't think he's gonna leave. I think he does want to play with his son. No, Big Paul's play on a different team with his son or the same team with his son. I don't believe he's gonna leave. I do put a lot of blame on Anthony Davis because Anthony Davis is like he's like the heckle in Jod is like Jod the heckle. What do you call it? Joker the heckle. He has so many faces to me of like when he wants to play this way, when he wants to play that way, and I don't understand it. But this is also why, me personally, I was happy when I saw when they got rid of Russ, and he was playing the way he was playing, because Russ always plays like this, always. Are we gonna keep blaming the one guy? See, when we talk about coaching, right? We always think about what we want to say, right? Or we always focus on what we want to focus on. We never just tell the straight up truth, right? And the truth is, when you look at the Boston Celtics, they've been losing because of coaching. Everybody's trying to say it's them. It's Tatum just ain't doing what he's supposed to do, blah blah blah. Brown, blah 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 blah, right? These guys are getting punked. Yes, they are getting punked. But I said this before. If you had Ime Udoka, this doesn't happen, right? So when it comes down to the Heat are not supposed to be in this position either. They should have been beat by a few different teams. But they're getting coached so good, and they have so much belief in them from their coach that these guys are performing above what their ceiling is. Same thing with the Lakers. What happened when you had Russell Westbrook? LeBron was controlling that whole narrative with the coach. Hey man, you gotta man. Hey man. Come on, man. Like, to me, that's just piss poor coaching to me. If you can't coach your guys and make them believe in you, I feel like you're not gonna get the best out of them. And I feel like this right here should be a learning lesson, because when we look at that graphic right there, to me, you have to be on drugs. You have to be piss test to sit here and tell me after you read those numbers that you would still say that they would have lost those 4 games when he gave them an extra 70 points, bro. In each game, at maximum, they lost by 9. They never lost by double digit. So let's just break those 70 into 4. 70 divided by 4 is what? Let me bring this up real quick, and then after that I'm done. 7. I'm about to just bring this up real quick. 70. It's about to be wild. 70 divided by 4 is an average of 17.5. So 17 points average is what we're talking about. The difference between those two, and Russell Westbrook. And so 17 points is what he would have got a game, right? 17 points average. And they lost by 9 at the max. I mean, you got to think about that, man. That's all I got. Something to think about. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to have some wild-ass arguments in the chat. So, look, I'm going to tell you now, depending on how good your arguments are, I will do a follow-up video and combat your arguments. So, bring them. If I don't see any arguments in the chat, thank you. That means I'm hella right and you see the light. If you want to argue about it. Now, understand, if your argument is dumb, I'm definitely not going to reply to it. I'm not going to make a video a second video to address your point. Not gonna do that. If I just go, okay, if you see me go cool story, bro, something like that, that means your point was dumb, without question. But if you got a good point, I definitely will make a follow-up video to respond to that, and maybe give a little feedback to it. But with that being said, man, yeah, man, that's pretty much it. The Nuggets are waiting for whoever wins out of these guys. And if you didn't see my video talking about the Heat versus the Celtics, go ahead and look below. Should be in there somewhere. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace.